Are people still filing in? Oh my god.
Yeah, apparently.
I think people are still.
You said Zane, you said earlier, we're like, oh, like I'm not expecting a huge turnout. I knew in my mind, no, like,
I told
there's over 1,000 people in the server.
I said that.
Wait, you guys, Star jinxed it.
I told you.
So hi everyone, and welcome to the Owl House Survives first podcast. All right, to get this started, everyone do some introductions. I'm gonna go first, and then we'll move down the line. So, my name is Zane, my pronouns are they, them, and I voice the Odalia, dear. And like Brittany, I guess. I also write on the show, and I did some artwork for episode 2. I'm the organizer for tonight's podcast, so I'll be helping run the show and keep things on track. And now, I'll pass the mic on to our lovely participants.
Hi everyone, my name is Lovely Liz. I also go by Liz. My pronouns are she, they, and I am, well, the project head. I also voice Amity. Gotta think of a line to do. Luce, look, there's a Zura. I also do some additional voices and everything. I am an artist. I also write for the project. I edit everything. I do a little bit of everything except for backgrounds because I kind of suck at those. And I'm going to pass the mic to Star.
Hello, everyone. My name is Star. I am your Luz. I am also a artist. I worked a little bit on episode 1, and I did a huge part of episode 2. And I don't have a line to do offhand, so I'm just going to pass it on to the next person. Oh, and my pronouns are they, them.
Hi, my name is Scrumpy. I go by they, them pronouns, and I voice Rain Whispers for the Owl House Survived. And I can't think of anything off the top of my head now, but I'll pass this on to Renee.
Hello, everyone. My name is Renee. I go by she, her pronouns, and basically I am a background concept artist. But for this episode 2, I was able to help with frame art with the Pride section. So that was something I was able to do. And I'm going to pass it on to, of course, Quest.
Hello, I am Quest. I'm pronouns he, him, voice actor Frederick Blight. I'm also a writer. And I'm also on YouTube as Blight Industries edits. And that's me. Gonna pass it off.
Hi, I'm Silver Soulcash. I use pretty much any pronouns, and I voice V in this project.
Hi, my name is Toon. I use the pronouns she, he, they, and I'm one of the artists. I worked on part 5 for episode 2, and that's me. Hi. I'll pass it on to Rose now.
Howdy, y'all. My name is Rosetta. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm the voice actor for Gus. I'm still questioning who names a place Texas, and I don't have much to plug, so I'm going to pass the microphone over to Vizzy.
Hello, it is Vizzy. My pronouns are whichever. I don't actually know what my pronouns are. I am an artist and the voice actor for Tinella Nosa. Pass it on.
Okay, hi, my name is Selma. Pronouns are she, her, and I'm a background concept artist and also a podcast organizer. That's all I could think about right now, so I'll pass on the mic to Zane.
All right, and moderating for us tonight, we have 4 lovely moderators. We've got Neat, whose pronouns are he, him, and he drew the theme song and runs the fan server. We also have Lab. Lab's pronouns are between him and the fairy they stole them from 6 years ago, and Lab is an artist and writer on the project, as well as the voice of Masha. Next up, we've got Lyra, who uses she, they, he pronouns, and is a writer on the project. He's been here since the project was a Season 3 extension project last year. And last but certainly not least, we have Rain, otherwise known as the Ghost, who uses they, them pronouns. They're one of our lovely server moderators who made the iconic ghost emotes. Give them all a warm welcome!
Woo!
It's so
Yeah, we passed through the introduction.
To give people some time to roll in, we have 6 questions already prepared from the interest form. So we'll answer those and then open up the floor to live questions. And without further ado, let's get started. The first question is for our artists and writers here, and that would be, who is your favorite character to draw or write? I'm gonna...
First.
Lilith.
I don't think I can answer this question without spoiling anything, so I'm gonna stay silent on that.
Oh, you definitely, yeah, for sure.
If I could answer. Okay, so if I were to just say, like, okay, I think in general, maybe my favorite character to write is Hunter, because I try not to let it slip in too much, but I do like to make fun of him because he is one of my favorite characters, and just by this sort of rule, I just make fun of all of my favorite characters. I was the one who just begged for 2 specific jokes in the episode, although there was a lot more that had to do with Hunter. I begged for the shopping cart scene during the montage. That's been an idea since March. And then the part where it's a flashback where Gus is like, hey, yo, can you guys just please fucking date now? I've had that. I drew out the storyboards on like my notebook during school because I was just like, I need this in. Like, this is just so fucking funny. But if like for episode 2 specifically, I have to say Waffles. Like, oh my god, I see Waffles as like a mix between a teen girl and an orange cat, specifically orange cat. And so that was just so much fun to sort of like combine the two. And I'm glad that like people really like it.
Waffles was iconic. Waffles was iconic. All right, did we get everyone there? Or is anyone not answering?
Well, as an artist, I have literally only drawn 4 people as of right now.
I have a favorite.
It has been
Okay,
Gus.
which one is the least pain in the butt draw? I would
also like to answer the question as well. Well, after Star, but I would also like to answer.
Sorry,
the
can
question.
you repeat yourself, Zane? I didn't hear you.
Right. If you don't have a favorite, which one is the least pain in the butt to draw?
Oh god, the least pain in the butt to draw. Masha is the easiest. I think I had the hardest with Gus because halfway through my frames, I completely forgot what outfit he was supposed to be wearing, and I had to have Lav here help me out. It was a real pain in the ass.
My boy's just that complex. I apologize.
He's got too many outfits.
You're not allowed to speak.
He has 2 outfits.
It's too many.
Man's like his
Too
drip.
many.
I have 2 favorites.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of my favorites to draw was Willow, and she was just so soft, and I just love drawing her. I love her so much. And then my other favorite was Jacob because of his just crazy expression. Star, shut up. Star, I want you to shut up right now.
Oh wait, I can actually answer on the drawing part. For episode 2, I did a couple frames. I think the house was my favorite to draw, though that's not a character, so character-wise, I'm gonna say Gus, because I was in pain trying to draw everyone else.
What if the house is a character?
Yeah, what if the house is sentient? You don't know that.
You heard in the house's feelings,
You're right.
It's called the Owl House for a
The house is
reason.
my favorite character to draw.
Since I'm also an artist and I drew for episode 2, I wasn't originally supposed to because I was just like, okay, I did a lot for episode 1. I don't want to do much for episode 2. But one of the artists for part 6 said, hey, like I have an injury, like, and I offered to like do half of it. But from drawing like a lot of the frames and everything, I'd have to say that Willow is like the easiest to draw for me. Is just the most fun. I don't know. I just like drawing her a lot, along with Amity.
All right, I think someone did whoever wanted to answer the question get around to that, or did we go off track?
I think that's so the answer.
Yeah, it was me.
Well-
It was me. This isn't a general, like in general, because like I'm not an artist in the project, but I am an artist in general. So if I had to choose a character that's easy, I'd probably say either King or Ida, because I draw those two a lot, along with Luce and a few others.
I tried to. Sorry. I tried to draw King for my promo poster for episode 1. Oh my god, it was beautiful. He was like this little stuffed dog. That's the only way I can describe it. I had been studying wolf like muzzles for like a couple days prior just to figure out how to draw his freaking nose.
Hey Zane, do you need tips? Because I could give it to you.
Dang.
Luz is pretty hard to draw.
I drew.
You know what? DM me. All right. So
For episode 1, I drew King as well, and I was just like, oh, he looks like that one knockoff stuffed toy. If you've ever seen that, the bootleg. It's so funny.
Right. So next up is a general question for everyone here. What's your favorite part of working on The Owl House Survived?
Ooh.
I think I have an answer for that. I saw that
people.
question, and I think I already have an answer. My answer is the people.
Oh, I would also attest to that. People are amazing here.
Yeah, I was about to
Oh
say
yeah,
the
definitely.
same thing.
The people.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Genuinely, we get into like some really deep, insightful talks. We all like, there's just so much kindness and passion here. Like you can tell everyone loves what they do. It's great.
And
I have
Yeah,
so
when I-
many friends that I did.
It just
gets
goes
Yeah,
very
when I
gay in here.
goes back and forth.
it either gets
When
really
I opened
deep,
up the
really gay,
server,
or everyone's
we-
bullying each other and everyone starts crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I
Yeah.
opened the server back in March, I was just like, yeah, we're gonna get along great, you know. But I didn't expect like a lot of us to
Look at
become
the
close
server now.
friends.
We are
like we have
that's-
like a whole separate server. It's like the shenanigans server where we just like do random shit. I'm not active there a whole lot, but like I think it's just really fun. And sometimes we do end up talking about deep stuff and everything, and talk about I think earlier like a couple out like things that we went through and everything, and I think that just goes to show like how friendly we are with each other and how close that we've gotten in the past few months.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
genuinely such an amazing, positive space. Like, I don't know how the hell it happened, but all of a sudden, I like joined this project 5 months ago, and now I have like 30 people that are my ride or die.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Wait, are we allowed to curse?
We have been cursing.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
At this point, I think
Alright.
we've all broken that rule.
Because I was tuned. Because I was gonna say.
Earlier.
And I think
Okay, so I was
specifically
gonna
for
say
you, you can't curse.
Oh
Yeah.
damn.
Me either.
Interesting tune.
Wait.
Admin privileges aren't given to tunes, sorry.
And then me neither. Me either. Because I refuse.
I gotta say, I think my favorite part of working on this team is just like how accepting everyone is. Like I can sit there and not talk to anyone for like a month, and then I'll come back and just like, oh hey, busy, and I'm like, oh hi,
Just like, oh hey, what's up? And
Yeah,
then move
all the
along.
shy people, I'm someone who yaps there a lot. All the shy people, I'm just like waiting for people to come out of the woodworks. I'm sitting there, I'm waiting.
Mhm.
Oh, you were really nice. When I joined the project, like you were really
Flowers.
like I would say you were really energetic or something like that. When I first
Yeah.
joined, yeah, you were really.
I was a
Yeah,
shy gremlin when I
get
joined.
very excited when new people come in.
It was-
I was a little bit
just
shy.
like, hey.
I think
I was just
we
like,
were
oh yeah,
all
like,
at one point.
hi. I was just
Yeah,
like,
I don't remember.
Yeah, we all were.
I don't remember who specifically it was, but I remember. I think it was either Toon or Zane. It was one or the other. Like maybe I'm just misremembering, but I think like one of you mentioned that like your mom was kind of like listening to you having a voice chat with like her and said like, oh, like
Yeah.
like you sound so happy and everything, and that has not left my brain.
Oh
just,
yeah,
like-
that was me.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
We spent
Toon's mom likes us.
Toon's mom is our dear
I have to talk about Toon's mom.
is our biggest fan.
Exactly.
Tune's mom is
Shout out
the equivalent
Toon.
of Tune's
Aw.
equivalent of the IRL Camila. I think that's
Oh my god.
You know, that's
Server
not-
mom
that's actual-
canon.
No.
You know, that's not far off.
All right, are we ready to move on to the next question?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Alright, so this one is in a similar vein. What made you want to work on the All House Survived? And in Liz's case, what made you want to create it?
Okay, so I guess I'll go first with like what made me want to create it. So, when the project was originally a season 3 extension project, I thought of the idea like right after King Side because I was just like I was in such a brain rot mode. I was like I need more, like this could be cool and everything. And I thought about, okay, like I tried to do an audio drama when I was like 14 and it like fell through and everything. And I had previous projects because I always wanted to do something like an audio drama. Even though this is not considered an audio drama, it's like in the same vein because I grew up watching a lot of them. But that project kind of went into a limbo state due to a lot of personal issues and organization was not tight, let's just say. But then when I realized, okay, we're not going to be able to like get this stuff out like before the show ends, and losing a drive for keeping it non-canon compliant. And so I just decided, you know what? It's a sequel series. And so like starting in February, I decided to open up the applications and everything and to advertise it, and I did not realize how many people would be applying. I think I had like over 700 people, and even then, even though half of them were like 13, 300 is still a lot.
I could not imagine having. Could you imagine having 300 people on this project?
God.
Oh, so many.
Enough, like 50, 60, that's more than enough.
Yeah, like I already like decided how many artists, how many like it was specifically artists that I like had a limit on. I think I originally had it like I think it was 24. I think that was the original number I like went with, and it was really hard to like,
There is definitely.
I think so too. I think I went from where like 30 or so, I don't know. But then again, I did have to do another opening for artists later on when like a few people dropped out of the project, a few people weren't active and everything. So I don't know, it's been months, but it's still crazy.
Yeah, I will say, sorry, do you want to go, Selma?
I was just saying, like, define months to Liz, because she said months, and then I'll define months.
Yeah, for me, it's been like almost 5 months since I joined. On the 25th, it will be, because counting the days, and apparently that's not something everyone else was doing.
Zane, weren't you the first one to join the server?
I might have
one
been.
of the trillion.
I know you were one of the first ones.
I was one of the first. I definitely know that.
I was waiting.
What made me want to join was like, I've always been like very passionate about voice acting and stuff, and I think like around this time last year was kind of when I decided like, okay, I want to try and like start like getting myself out there, you know. So back around this time in ye old days of February 2023, so long ago, and definitely not like just, I don't know, 6 months. I was in like this project run by 13-year-olds, and it was horrible. But like,
you did mention that before.
But like, having put myself out there already is kind of what gave me the confidence. I ran into the project on my For You page. I believe I ran into it on my spam account. And I was like I kind of debated it for a while, and I was like, you know what? Worst case scenario, I don't get it, and like nothing in my life changes. Like literally nothing changes. I just go forward with my usual daily life. Like, and then best case scenario, I get in, and you know, clearly best case scenario happens, I remember very clearly that for some reason I wasn't able to submit my voice acting file in like the voice actor section. I had to submit it in the artist section. So I went into the
No, you weren't the only one, Zane. You weren't the only one. I don't know why people had issues with it, but you weren't the only one. Don't worry.
I felt so bad. I was like, oh my god, I'm never getting in now. But evidently I did. And so yeah, I guess that's my story, and I've kept at it because everyone here is just amazing. And I will stop being gushy, and I will shut up.
Oh my god. I'll say something. I'll say something. Okay. Okay. Cool. What was the question?
Can I ask some more?
I'm so sorry.
What made you get into the project?
This is great. This is
Oh,
great.
okay. I think, you know, I think I just always wanted to be on a project like this, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it, let's try this. And then I like
relatable.
It was like the night before my oceanography final, and I submitted my application for and I was just like, I don't know if anything will come of this. And then I'm studying, I'm probably an hour away from taking my final, and I'm like, you've been accepted into the project, and I'm like,
I would also like to speak for this. I would also like to speak. Wait,
yes.
Zane, do you want to say something? Wait, Zane, did you want to say something?
Oh, I was just gonna say that's relatable. When I received my acceptance message, I got so lightheaded and I started screaming.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Dancing around the room.
Okay, my turn. So for me, of course you guys all know, I'm a huge Owl House fan. So, when the finale happened, I was refusing the fact that it was over. Until I saw the Owl House revived. So I was like, this project is really good, so I wanted to see if I could join it. And then by the time I joined, I saw applications for artists, and then I did apply for that. But no, didn't get it. Thank you, Liz. And then I think roughly a few weeks later, Liz said that there were recruiting background concept artists, and then I also applied for that. But then I wasn't thinking I would get in because I know the chances may be low. But then Liz just DM'd me saying I got in. I was like, oh, I was not expecting that. Okay. But yeah. I applied the last minute. I had an hour before the applications closed because I just saw it. So I kind of thought my chances were low.
All right, anyone else gonna go?
I would like to go if that's possible.
I'll just go after.
Yeah, you go.
So basically, I'll say this: the story that I was able to get here is a very long one, but that will be for another day probably. But the basics that you would need to know is that when the Owl House finale had ended, I wanted to go into projects because that's when my love of the Owl House kind of rejuvenated, and I really wanted to go back into that type of storytelling and bringing that experience of wonder that Dana Terrace had really made. And I was originally able to get into one project. I am still part of it. We're still in production there. That one's a Witabane project. It's a different group of people. It doesn't have Magpie Raven, but it's a whole different group of people. They're wonderful, and it was just great and amazing there. And I just knew that I wanted to try and do more. I just wanted to branch myself out to be able to make a lot of artwork to be able to put into future portfolios, to be able to go into the animation industry, because if one thing's for certain, I want to go into animation. I want to be able to tell animated stories and everything. And when I saw this project and I joined the fan server, I was like, okay, I'll try it out. If there's an application, I'll try it out. And I tried it out for the first artist application that was open. I didn't make that one, but then came open the background concept artist. And for people who don't know what that is, it's basically we're supposed to make the concepts of the backgrounds that the artists are able to basically take references of and then implement it in their own way into their frames. And I was able to submit a few backgrounds of mine, and I was just like chilling one night, and then Liz sent me the message to be able to join the server, and then from there I just found incredible friends. I found myself, and I just
background concept. Hello,
Oh yeah,
buddy.
it's like I found friends. I found myself. Oh yeah, and we do backgrounds, I guess.
and backgrounds and backgrounds. Yes, yes.
This is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Does anyone else want to go? Because I think we speed through these next few questions.
Silver wants to go.
I'd like to.
All right, everyone go.
Silver, you go first.
Okay.
Aw.
So I appreciate that. I also ended up joining this project kind of back in the early extended season 3 days. I remember seeing a post on Liz's channel about auditioning, and at the time there were really only roles open for Camila, Gus, and Ida. And to be honest, I didn't really think that I had a chance, but I wanted to try because I figured that I'd regret it if I didn't. And I tried, and I'm certainly not regretting it.
Aww. We love having you here, Silver.
Love you, Silver.
Yeah, we love you.
Love you.
Your V is absolutely amazing.
It's adorable. I love it.
It's so amazing that I was originally gonna voice V in the project, but then I heard you. I was like, oh whoa, no, I'm gonna cast them as V, which that wouldn't be the last time it's happened. It happened with Hootie this time.
Silver's V is iconic. Also, I'm sorry if my audio just suddenly got better. I had my earbuds in.
I guess I'm next.
3 seconds of silence.
How dare
Okay,
you
so-
not answer right this second?
How dare you?
Okay.
Okay, so
Whoa.
I initially found the project maybe a day or two after I watched Liz's first Lose analysis video. I was just like, oh, this person's really good at editing. I'd like to watch more of their stuff. And then I saw the community post, and it's just like, oh wow, a project? That sounds like fun. I initially signed up as a writer because I like writing, but then I looked through the comments of the community post and it's like, oh shit, there's 100 people signing up for writer. What if there's not enough artists? What if there's not enough artists? So at midnight, I sent in an artist application.
I actually didn't even apply to be a writer. I didn't apply to be Odalia either. I got the writer role because I wrote annoying fan fiction. I was very annoying about my fan fiction. And then Odalia, I just made homophobic Odalia memes. That was it.
That is true.
Never mention that name around me. Never mention that name around me, please.
I think it's so funny that you either knew me from watching my psychoanalysis or you had no idea it was me, because I think I remember it was a week or two into when I opened the server for everybody. I just casually mentioned that, oh yeah, I made the loose psychoanalysis, and everyone was like, what? And I think it's just simply because I changed my username. So people are like, wait, you're that bitch? You're that
I
bitch?
listened to that freaking loose video while I drew. I was like, that voice sounds kind of familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. Ah!
I don't think I connected it was you until later. I was like, oh, it's this person.
I'm going to be honest about something.
Anyone
I'm going to be
else?
honest. I haven't seen the video yet. I haven't seen the video yet.
Actually, no, you need to watch
Jail.
it. You need to watch it.
Guess
It's a
I'm fired
necessity.
now.
You gotta go watch it.
Nay.
Is anyone else gonna go?
Can't just be here.
Okay, I'll definitely watch it soon though.
Anyone else?
Thank-
I'd go, but my
I
story is
haven't
so
answered.
long, so
I haven't answered.
go on Quest.
All right, go Quest.
All right. Well, the reason I joined is because I saw like a video that Liz had made where it was like, hey, we're opening up auditions and stuff for like the project. And during that time, I was kind of in like this weird state. I don't mean to sound dramatic, but I was in this weird state where I was just like, I'm not doing a lot with my life right now. And like, it was kind of sad. Well, not sad, just kind of like whatever. And then I was just like, fuck it, we ball. And then I sent in an audition as voice actor. I initially auditioned as Alador Blight. And I also sent in one for Edric just to like, kind of as like a contingency plan. And then I just kind of forgot about it for a while. And then I got invited in, and I was, and I became the voice actor for Edric.
I wish I could have forgotten about it. I was literally counting down the days.
Wait, were you really?
I was.
I feel that.
Someone, okay, I think it was Liz. Liz was like, oh, we waited like X amount of days, I think, between auditions. I said, oh, it was actually like, I don't remember how long, 29 or something. I'd have
69.
to back check on that. I don't know. I think I'm not.
Get that
No,
accurate.
yeah, it was a month and 9 days. It was a month and 9 days. And everyone was like, Zane?
I was also incredibly nervous.
Sorry, you want to go?
I don't know who that was directed towards.
It's dark.
Oh,
Story.
I'll try and make it quick then. I saw a audition or like a listing on TikTok, ironically, and I sent it to my friend, and we were both talking about it, and we both have a very strong interest in voice acting. Although I am very noob to this, but for years I've always said to myself, I want to become a voice actor, but I also want to do this art thing. So me and them, we signed up, and art was actually going to be my backup plan. I didn't think I had any chance getting into this project. I just filled it out, and I'm so anxious. I had like a panic attack and everything, but like being in this project was so cool. I didn't get a voice acting role. I was originally just supposed to be an artist, and I was okay with that. You know, being in this project, it's really cool, and I wanted to do more in life, like Quest said. I also had that existential dread coming on, and it was a really good opportunity, and that's really all I can say.
And then you became
Now you're
I still don't know how I got
Yeah,
it.
now
You're the main character, mate. You're the main
I don't know
character.
how I
Star always says like, oh, I'm not a good voice actor, and I'm like,
working
no,
on it.
shut up.
If it wasn't for Angie or Willow, I would have never even auditioned, never even thought about it. I was gonna like audition for smaller roles, and then Angie.
Anti-W.
Hey Star, look at you now.
I don't know how.
Yeah, Star.
Well, yeah, I think I remember.
No,
I think I was like talking about.
I'm working on it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think I was talking.
You're a
I think I was
superstar
talking to. I think I was talking to Angie and Gail about it, because like Angie and Gail are like really close friends of mine. We've been friends for fucking forever, and I was like talking about your audition, Scar, and Angie specifically was, yeah, like they're so good or something like that.
I'm gonna cry.
Well, they are.
All right, I think
Fucking love Angie.
that should leave Rose and Scrumpy. If either of you want to go.
I'll go, sure.
Okay.
Funny enough, I was originally applying for a different role, but I don't remember which role it was. But Liz immediately was like, I want you as my Gus VA. I was like, oh, okay, that's fun. And since I knew Liz like before, like they wanted to come out with the project, I guess I had a better way of like talking to them about it because I applied, I believe before applications were out. If I'm right, I'm not.
Yeah, it was
sure.
like back when it was a season 3 extension project, and there wasn't like a lot of fanfare about it.
Okay, I had to remember. I couldn't remember. I applied earlier, so I just DM'd my submission or lines or whatever I did to her, and then I got the role for Gus, and here I am still questioning why Texas is a thing. But it's all in good fun though.
Names
I think you have to mention that.
Whole question why Texas is a
Why is
thing.
Texas a thing?
I'm gonna make this a thing now.
Wait,
Like
what?
I'm always gonna be doing that.
If Angie was here, they would agree.
Wait, Rose, was
Grumpy, do you want to go or are you good?
it Texas or Texas?
Taxes.
It's Texas.
Even worse.
I don't
It was
even.
Texas.
What the?
I think it was Texas.
Texas? Okay. I will hold on to that, Rosetta. I will hold on.
My hands are sweaty. My hands are sweaty.
All right.
It's heavy.
Scrumpy, you want to go?
Yeah, no, I could probably go. I think the reason I decided to join the project was because, like, when I first saw the interest form, my first thought was, okay, this seems like something I would probably want to do. But I figured that the chances of actually like getting the role would be really, really low. So I just did it anyway. And actually, I originally tried to go for the collector role, but then Liz reached out and was like, actually, like, do you want to try voicing Rain? And I was like, what? Like,
Oh yeah, it was specifically because Rain, like I think next to Camila, was the role that had the least amount of auditions.
Which surprised me. I was kind of surprised about that. So yeah, I decided to go.
I was joking.
Okay, sorry. Keep going. Ignore me.
So I just decided to go for that, and then I just was chilling out, and I got the invite to the Discord server, and promptly decided to pass out on the carpet in my living room. And in the like, I had my heart just jumped. I was like, "Are you kidding me? I actually got in," because I thought the chances of that happening were like slim to none, but it happened, and you know.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of for all of us. I don't think anyone thought we were gonna get in, and then we did.
Sense the theme here.
I definitely did
Yeah,
not
that is
think I'd get in. And I got in, and it was like,
What's the next question?
Oh, the next
Yeah,
question. This one's probably. I think we could probably just fly through these next three. Can fans just episode ideas?
Sam, would you like to answer that?
I could, if Liz wants. If you don't want to answer that, Liz, I think I can.
I can try and answer it. So, as for like a formal like sort of suggestion, not at the moment, especially because like we need to keep a straight story going and everything. So, not really, but yeah, that's my answer. Sorry.
We have like each episode is kind of like I kind of call them like slots, and we only have like a certain amount of vacant slots. The rest are all filled up.
Yeah.
And we have to keep them with like a certain story and a certain tone. So.
It looks like how everyone in the live, like some people in the live chat is saying White Bean episode and White Wolf episode.
Yeah, that's what I was reading that too, and I was like, I just like under my breath, I said,
when I was making the stupid fucking music video for like the demons, I was debating putting Wide Bean Records.
oh my god.
How dare...
Oh no.
Yeah, which like
No.
Sorry, what have you done?
What have I done? I'm a god of these people, but I didn't do anything. If you would have asked me, I would have said you should put it in there.
You know what? Y'all have really got to stop giving me ideas.
oh no.
Look,
you're animating it, aren't you?
Those are my two bits.
All right, you gotta.
This is the last question. This is the second last question. All right, how long will it take for the Owl House Survive to be
2 years.
complete? And I know
Long time. That's a long time.
No, it's
Damn long time.
one at a time.
Probably longer than I
Enjoy
originally
trying.
expected. I can answer this. Probably a little bit longer than I expected because when I first started the project, I had this strict calendar that we were going to follow by, but it didn't really end up working because it was kind of too strict. And then for episode 2, I kind of went too much into the other direction. I think it was just also because mental health stuff just fucking hit me like a truck. My job didn't help. I had a summer job that was just making my life hell. Never work retail. Never work retail. But Zane and Izzy, Izzy actually was the one who came to me first. It said, hey, like me and Zane, like a couple of people have been talking about it. Like, here's some tips we have for you and everything. Because I've said from the beginning that like people can give me suggestions if they don't think that something is working out. Because I don't like to act like I know every comes to how a project is organized. Because it's very clear that I make mistakes. Like for episode 1, it was my mistake to give a concrete date before we were even finished. And now I know for episode 2, giving like a broad month just doesn't work either. So I'm doing the hell of a boss. And just going, it's gonna come out when it's gonna come out.
Honestly, I think I actually asked Izzy to DM you first because I was like really scared to DM you for some reason. Izzy was like, you gotta DM Liz. Like Liz isn't gonna hurt you, and I'm like,
No, I get that though. But considering we have 2 episodes out and it's been like 5 months, granted it's because we had like a lot of issues, but I think because we're kind of getting more into our element now, I think we could probably finish episodes in a shorter time. Probably take us like maybe like a year and a half, probably. Hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah, and that's why we're not going to be doing any more seasons, guys, because no one.
Yeah, and it's also. And like it's also why like I know like a lot of people have been asking, oh, like why don't you color everything? Why don't you animate everything? And like I understand I understand that people want to see it animated. It would be awesome animated, but we don't have the time, especially because I'm currently a junior in college right now, so I only have like 2 years until I'm just off on my own, and a project like this would be so fucking much for me when I'm like out on my own for the first time.
Yeah.
So, like that's one of the main things, and I don't think anybody wants to be in a project for like 3 years.
No. I feel like some people just don't understand how long even just the black and white takes. Like at least with episode 1, we had people handing in frames like the day of release.
Yeah.
And exactly. Yeah.
But that's just to say it takes a really long time as it is.
Yeah, and I can say as like an artist for both episode 1 and episode 2, like I did my frames really late. I guess like I know like you could say, oh well, that's because she just had like a ton of other roles, but it's also just because like it does take a long time, you know. And I don't think people should underestimate just how much goes into it. And like you should essentially see it as like a storyboard animatic for an official show. It's just never gonna be fully animated, you know.
And I think it's fine the way it is. I think it's a miracle that it looks that's as good as it is.
Absolutely.
It's perfectly amazing because we're able to just basically see like all these people that have been heavily affected by the Owl House, and just seeing how that passion and love is being put into this storyboard animatic form, because simply it just shows to the creators and to just like people that come across this that we love this show. Here's how much we love it by just making this. And I think that's like most important.
I'm just gonna say, I love how I could like just hear all of the artists' pain when we started talking about color and animation.
No, it's just I'm just thinking about this one day when I was working on frames, and I was just having the roughest time, and I was like one step away from just strangling someone.
Was it?
And then one of the frames I was working on deleted itself because the thing crashed. And then I was ready to just I was gonna.
One of my frames for episode 2 glitched.
Text someone.
One of my frames for episode 2 glitched, and I had to like go back into the speed paint and find the original screenshot and like trace over
That
it.
also happened
Oh,
to me.
yeah. I think that's happened to me before. Not for the project, but that's just happened to me before. And
Yeah.
too, I absolutely feel that, like, especially during June and July, where I was just having a huge depressive episode and everything because of personal stuff and then my job and everything, you know. There were moments where I just wanted to just fucking quit. I wanted to cancel the project, but in my head I was just thinking, no, you're gonna get this project through. You're gonna do it. Like, you're doing so good and everything. And like there will certainly be moments where I'm just like, I have like this impulsive thought to just fucking like cancel everything. But then like my better judgment's like, no, like you have like a whole bunch of people that are doing this and having fun with it. Like,
You're always
like,
gonna have us to pick up the pieces.
yeah, like I don't feel like if I need a break, then I can't tell any of you. Like Izzy, Zane, Lav, Renee. Yeah, like y'all like stepped. I didn't even ask, but Izzy just came to me and said, "Hey, so like we've been thinking about like we want to help you and everything, so we've taken on like these frames that these artists haven't turned in and haven't gone back to you about." And I was just like, "Oh my god." I didn't even ask for it.
Because I had a convention.
We were just at the ready.
I was rushing to get my frames
I was ready to help out.
I'm always willing to help out, and I got my frames done before Tune. I was very pleased.
Okay.
I
don't think there was a competition. I beat
Next
Tune.
question. That's the last question before we open up the floor, people. Last question before we open up the floor. So y'all can stop being bored. Sorry, I didn't realize it would take this long. This one's
We're
for
very
our voice
passionate
actors
what we
here.
say.
This one's for our voice actors here. What's your favorite line to have voiced so far?
Oh, I can answer that question easily. Who names the place?
We already know what
Let's
it
get it out of the
is.
way.
Next.
It's actually not what we're thinking.
I'm gonna say like either Brittany screaming. I recorded so many takes of me screaming when Brittany's like going like when Waffles comes up the first time. That was like, I think that was like an entirely separate take of me screaming. I did so many takes of me screaming.
Oh my god, we should like
someone like me
compile them all into a video and watch them.
Right, see, like I know I said this many times already, but the way you voice Brittany was so good, I don't like it. I said it many times already.
Dylan,
I hate her.
Dylan was like, "Oh, I wanna punch you, even though I know it's just you." And, like that's just a testament to my acting. I take it as a compliment. For Collector, I'm probably gonna have to say either like staying on the aisles or like I wanted to surprise you. Also want to say I'm staying on the aisles, or whoever played me was spot on with their performance.
Yeah, like I love the fact that like I guess you could call it the irony in that, because like people were just like, holy shit, whoever played Collector like was spot on with their performance.
Yeah, I have 6 lines.
Oh my
Like
God.
every other comment I see is like people talking about my performance, and it's really sweet.
You're awesome.
I didn't
You're
get
awesome.
on.
I was
You are
thrown for a
awesome.
loop watching the first episode. I was like, what the fuck?
I swear people thought that we actually got
We
the
don't got
actual
that
voice
money.
actor for Collector. We didn't, but
Imagine we had the money.
Imagine we did.
I mean, we may as well.
I'll go
have to
next. I'll go next then, I guess, because I'm a voice actor. I'll go next. So, since I mainly voice Amity, okay, so like this is just so silly, but I love like voicing Amity whenever she says Luce's name, because I think I just sound like her the most during that time, and I don't know why. But other than that, I think like my favorite line has to be has to be the what's a mall?
That line.
I wanted to get it so perfectly. I was like I have to like get the confusion and everything. And then like the times where Amity was just saying what's his name, like loose, like that. I don't know. It's just that part. It just sounds a lot like Amity. I've been practicing it for a while.
Tune, was that your art during those frames? Like, what's a mall?
Yeah,
Was that yours?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
your
God,
art elevated that so much. I loved it. And Vizzy, your art too with Jacob. Like, I'm gonna get my account verified. It's so good.
Everyone who drew Jacob did so fucking well. Like, I'm going to try not to gush about Soul's performance because I'll end up being gay, but
You can go ahead.
Soul did amazing. I'm glad.
How
I'm
much
glad.
like every time I roll into the server, Liz is either talking about Liz is usually talking about one of their girlfriends.
Yeah, like
and I don't know
Soul did
in our
fucking
friendship
amazing.
where I can just say gay, but it's starting to get to that point where I'm just gonna say it regardless.
Yeah, you're allowed to.
You're gonna be talking about something else.
Okay, so one thing before I pass it on. So like this counts as like me complimenting Soul's performance. She fucking admitted, because she did her lines before we even got together. She fucking admitted to me that she just went all out just to impress me.
That's very homosexual. Does anyone else?
She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me when she hears this podcast.
I actually want to talk about. Well, I want to talk about my second favorite line because my favorite line is from episode 3, and we can't talk about that.
My favorite.
Yeah, we can't talk about it.
I said we can't.
You heard nothing.
I said it was. I'm not saying anything. I'll go with my second. I'll go with my second favorite line, which wasn't Texas as much. I've been talking about it. That's third. My second favorite was talking about Luce's emo phase.
That was
black.
Oh my god! I wanted that joke in since the beginning.
I swear, I wish I could talk. I wish I could talk about how much that line made me laugh when I was doing my takes on it. I was just struggling every single time, and it was just so funny.
I wanted that joke in since the very beginning. That was an idea that I had from the very beginning. Oh, and by the way, the guitar riff during that, it was originally the one from the Bad Girl Coven. But see, when I passed the episode on to Soul, because she was editing the sound effects, she fucking went. I put her in a reference. I said, "What did you do?" High five.
No, the fuck, she did not.
No, she did. She did.
Yeah.
She really did.
What are we gonna do with her?
Who wants to go next? I think we've gotten myself, Rose, Liz.
I'll go.
All right,
Very quick. Can I very quickly talk about how
Yeah,
much?
let's try to shorten it. Actually, let's
Star, and then Vizzy, and then Silver, and then Scruffy.
I'll
Let's
be
do
quick.
that.
I think
Okay, thank
got
you.
2 runner-ups. I really liked the rant that Luz did about it was kind of homage to Disney, but the publishing companies being all crap with things, but I also really liked her mini breakdown before meeting the author. That was one of my favorite, getting emotional, and one of my favorite lines.
I have a story about that, but I can't share it yet, so let's move it on to Vizzy.
I do really like voicing Tanella because it's just really fun.
Your Tanella is iconic.
It is.
So squeaky. It's so
Red.
Wait, do you want to do a little a Tanella? This one little line.
Okay.
Just to play that.
No, sir, and I'm staying back.
I also wanted to talk about how much fun it was to draw Jacob in my part. Oh
my gosh.
I listened to her performance and I was like, holy shit, I can make it so eccentric. I can
I'm terrified. All right, let's pass it on to Silver.
Basically, the part where they walked into a hole.
Amazing.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Can I just talk about something? Y'all are lucky that I'm not doing sound effects. Otherwise, I would have did a metal pipe noise.
I'm surprised Soul didn't do a metal pipe.
I should edit that later, but let's move on now. I'll edit that later.
All right, Scrumpy.
I think my favorite line so far probably had to have been when, I know it was only like the first episode I've had lines so far, but probably when Rain was trying to read off like the whole the playwright thing. Probably. And then, them just being like the silent, like, oh, I get it kind of choke. I think that was my favorite one so far.
That was really fun.
All right, awesome. Well, that should be. Well, note to self: I will include less questions next time. But that's that. And now we're gonna open up the floor to live questions.
We already have a few.
Oh, Lab's already going. That's
All
right. First question. Favorite Owl House survived, or just general Owl House character? You guys can just. That's just a general question. Anyone can just go ahead and answer that.
So I'm going to say it real quick. I can't say so for the Owl House, my favorite character I would say is definitely Hunter, and then my favorite character in the TOH revived is Hunter as well. So yeah, I cannot say why, but yeah.
I'm gonna be biased. I'm a little biased. General.
Oh my god.
House character. Collector. Secondary one.
Shocker.
Remedy. I have a lot of favorites, and my favorite Owl House survived character. I can't answer that question. Next.
I have a simple answer.
I
know the answer, but I
can't say.
No, it's not who you think it is.
Wait, who was speaking?
Star.
I'm not gonna get you started. We all know your favorite character.
No,
do not. Star.
I was gonna be biased and say it was the security guard because.
Okay,
no.
We all know
We
what your
can't say
actual
it,
answer is, but good. All right. Who wants to go next?
I could go next.
All right, you go next.
Right. Well, I have a couple of answers. And they're all just the Owl House. So, yeah. Sorry, writers. All right. Yeah, I like the Bee Man, Bellows, because
he's such a good.
He is a great villain, actually. I just like to analyze in my free time. I just analyze him and not in a weird way though. Not don't
wow, I couldn't tell.
Wow.
I love Bellows. It is such a mystery.
Anyways,
I'm just kidding. I love you.
I also really like Luce because she's a character that really connects with me and actually and actually one of my favorite moments in the show was in watching and not watching and dreaming. Wait, no, yes, what? I can't remember. Oh, yeah. It was when String Bean hatched and she was like, I know what I want. I want people to understand me because in that moment I felt the exact same way. I realized I want people to understand me too, the exact same way, and it's wow. So yeah, I really like Luce.
Hey, Quest. That episode was for the future. You think it's
yes. Okay. You know what?
Right,
my mind is moving at 1,000 miles per hour.
Who wants to go next?
Me.
All right. Okay. Let's make the order. Silver, I can see your bubble kind of moving. Do you want to go next?
I think I'm fine.
All right. Let's do this. Liz, Star, Selma, and then whoever else wants to go.
All right.
Okay, so favorite character from the Owl House in general. It's a tie between Luce and Hunter because they're my two biggest kids. Like, I have a bunch of edits saved of the two of them for a reason. I connect to them just so much. Like, Luce should not be a surprise. I made the fucking psychoanalysis about her. But Hunter, I just like really relate to specifically with like all his abuse issues and everything, because I've suffered through like too many kinds of abuse. But that's not to get into right now. But for the project, probably for like the same as I answered before, like when it comes to like writing characters. Waffles.
Waffle.
Waffles.
Love waffles.
Yeah,
I think I said Star
I'll be
next.
quick with my answer. I already screamed it out, but Rain is honestly one of my favorite characters. Not because I get gender
So
envy.
real. So real.
Not because I dyed my hair. No.
Envy.
Keep
No,
going, buddy.
Rain
keep
is
going.
honestly, I relate way too much with Rain. Like, they're really smart underneath the surface, but they have so many, like, they have the stage fright, they have, like, they just have so much in front of it. It's all, like, kind of hidden, and I don't know. Rain, it just, I feel I resonate with that, but I'll also say Collector also
God,
for
I love
gender,
Rain.
but also Collector is just baby.
Aw.
And Lose because holy fuck. You know, she has a lot of issues and I resonate with that.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
You know.
All right, Selma.
Okay, I'll be just like really simple on this one. All of them.
Nice.
So real for
Hell
that.
yeah.
So real for
That's
that.
fair. Yeah.
Let's go.
It's just simple,
Let's go.
but if I had to say I don't like the character, because I will put this in myself, you guys already know who.
All right.
I'm looking at you, Zane, I'm looking at you because your voice actor.
What?
Well, also evil.
Oh. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna keep going. Vizzy, Silver, Scrumpy, do you want to answer next? Or do you want to?
No, I can go. I can probably go.
All right.
I think my favorite characters in the Owl House, just generally speaking, definitely probably Rain and Amity.
That's so real.
Obviously with Rain, mainly because of the representation, because not only did I realize that they were non-binary, but when I first saw the character, I was like, wait a minute, you know, they look a lot like I do. I mean, minus the green hair, but minus the green hair and the glasses, but it felt like there was a huge connection between, like, I think myself and that character, and it wasn't just like in that kind of sense, but also just kind of what was said before by Silver and everyone else. Just, you know, there's a lot more going on with Rain than, you know, what initially a lot of people think. So that's another reason why I really like the character so much. And Amity's like very, very similar circumstances, like in terms like of parents and stuff, and it just really resonated with me, like a lot of the stuff that she went through, because I know she was the youngest child and I'm the oldest, but I definitely felt a lot of what she dealt with. And, you know, it was just, you know, it was really nice getting to see all of that, like, being portrayed realistically on screen, and it being handled in a way that I wish it could be handled for most people, because nobody deserves to have those kinds of things happen. But no, I definitely feel that those two characters they're great. They're wonderfully written, and every character is, oh my god, like.
Yeah.
All right. Does anyone want to keep going?
I'll go.
All right.
I think like for like a funny answer, I say Hootie. but and like a more serious answer would be Willow, because like her struggle to be the supported one, to like always be there for people, it's just like I struggle with that too, and it's just like I keep forgetting to let other people take care of me. And it's just, oh boy,
I didn't even give like an in-depth answer. I have in-depth explanations, but I didn't even give an answer. Y'all are giving like really beautiful, poetic answers.
What do you
I'm just like, I'm gonna go here. All right, Silver, do you want to go?
I think I'm fine, to be honest.
All right, that's fine. Next question. Any advice for anyone wanting to do a project like this? I feel like Liz would probably have.
Liz.
Yeah.
I think this is a me question. Okay. So there have been people that are projects. Someone actually DM'd me saying, hey, like, we're making our own sort of project like this. Like, we could like advertise each other, you know, and I was open to giving tips and everything, because it has been a learning experience for me as well. Like, I already know for like episode 3, we're actually like for episode 2, we started doing like reference sheets and everything, sort of like how they actually do in the animation industry. But now I know for episode 3, it would probably be good to have like a black and white version to where like artists know what parts are colored and which ones are not, so there's more consistency, because I noticed that was an inconsistency and it was bothering me. But anyways, general tips, I guess. Okay, number 1, never like push your artists or crew members beyond their limit. Like, never. I've avoided trying to do that, and I made it clear from the very start, like, hey, if you feel like this is happening, like, please come to me, because I don't want to push people to their limits for a fan project of all things. I've heard of a lot of projects that end up having a toxic work environment, even fan projects like this. So I wanted to avoid that. So that's the number 1 thing. It's better to delay your episode and project than to have people just overworked, essentially. Like, I know I didn't want to delay episode 1, but that was more of a burden on me than anything, because I was rushing to get the episode edited. Another tip, have like due dates for each part. That's something that I'm wanting to do, kind of like be in the middle of my initial organization and the organization that I had for episode 2. Again, it's a learning experience, and you're not going to have it 100% perfectly in the first episode, and I think that's okay. But those are like my generals. Like, the number 1 rule above all, again, like, don't overwork your staff.
All right. Perfect. Do you have anything more to? Does anyone have anything more to say to that?
I don't think that's our call. I don't think it's our call.
Silence. I will take that as a no. All right, next question.
I would say something actually, real quick.
All right, you say.
I would say that like I have not like been like head of a project or anything like that, but I can say like personally from experience of wanting to make like my own animated stories, just have that motivation, just know like how to pace yourself and everything, how to pace others. It's just really knowing yourself and knowing the environment of the project, and always just kind of having that motivation. Like, there are gonna be things in life that are going to be a struggle, but just always have that motivation and you'll be able to do anything, basically.
Yeah, and I think just generally my advice, like even to the people applying to these projects as well, don't sell yourself short. Don't convince yourself, oh, I can't do this. Because as evident by every single person here, none of us thought we'd be able to do this, and we did it. So just
and
don't
we're still doing
sell yourself short. Know your worth. Even if you think you don't have worth, you go and you fucking do it, okay? Look, you never know what's going to change your life. And I say that from experience. Yeah, I don't think I would have had the confidence to apply for voice acting school if I wasn't here already. You have no idea what's going to change your life. So just know your worth. Don't sell yourself short. Just fucking do it. Anyway, next question. How did you all get into the Owl House? Like, when did you discover it and start watching?
Do I have a story?
Okay, I can go first.
Wait,
Let me go first.
Liz can go first.
Okay, so I'm really ancient. I feel so old. I got into Owl House when it first premiered. I've been following the announcement of the show, and I started watching Amphibia because my hyperfixation before hyperfixating on the Owl House was Star Versus, and then for a very short period of time, the Stephen King It movies. And then when Owl House aired, I watched it when it aired, and then I watched it on YouTube and everything. I was like, okay, this is kind of cute. It wasn't until episode 4, The Intruder, that was just like, oh, okay, this show is different. And I started to kind of get into more fandom spaces. I started to make more videos and everything. And I was there for a lot of historical fandom events. Like, I don't think a lot of people, like a lot of newer fans, understand that Adventures in the Elements was leaked months before it aired. And I was there when it happened. And I was there for Grom and everything, and I
remember Grom.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Very specifically, I was watching parts on YouTube, right? And I very specifically remember someone fighting for their life in the YouTube comments, talking about like, oh, they're just friends. You can dance as friends. And then this came out.
Oh my god,
You had to be there to witness the absolute explosion that happened when somebody on Twitter took a frame from the season 1B promo where it has like Amity grabbing Luce's shoulders, and it's like during Grom and everything says there is no heterosexual explanation, and then a terrorist fucking said there really isn't. You have to be there.
Okay,
I remember.
I think I'm kind of answering my question by saying this. I wasn't there since the very beginning, but I think I started watching it when quarantine happened, so that would be around like March, April.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Same here.
I remember coming across someone that said basically on that frame, like, just warning for everyone here, like this person, they're no longer a friend of mine, but they were a really big hater on the show. They said, people can touch shoulders like that sometimes. And now I'm looking back at it now, I'm like, nobody touches the shoulder like that with that much intention and everything.
Me and the homies touching shoulders very romantically.
Now they're
chilling in a hot tub.
There are definitely people who
a few months ago, I probably would have said that, except about my best friend. Except now, I'm dating my childhood best friend, so never mind.
Now the turns have tabled.
It's just basically. It's basically
the turntables.
And it was definitely very homosexual for sure.
Yeah, my best friend and I were both Arroways. We've been best friends for almost like 11 years. So anyway, moving on. Does anyone else have anything? Have their answer?
I'll say something.
I will also say something, but then wait, who's
going
to say?
No,
wait,
Stella, go.
Okay.
Wait, what?
All right.
Wait, what?
What's the order here?
Who?
Yeah, Tune and then Selma, right? Okay. All right. So I remember specifically where I was. I was in bed, staying up when I should have been sleeping. So I found the episodes on YouTube, and I was like, I'll give this show a shot. Let's see where this goes. Almost the entire season in one night later, I'm just like. And then, but it was like, it started getting gay, and I was like, there's no way they're gonna go through with this. And then the Grom episode was occurring. I was like, oh. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. Are they really? And then season 2 happened. I was like,
sorry, I've been waiting.
And I was like, Gabe,
Jesus Christ.
Gabe, go on. I'm gonna eat him.
Oh wait, is it my turn? Oh wait.
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, I started like watching by the time the season 1 finale aired. At the same time, I was also watching Star vs. the Forces of Evil because I had nothing else to watch. And then like I saw on like YouTube recommendations the Owl House the first episode, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And then the funny thing is that like at the part where Warden Wrath chopped off Ada's head, I was like, oh my gosh, what is this?
Yeah, the other was show.
Yeah, but then later on, I was like, yeah, this show is really good. I'm gonna continue watching it. And then I was there like throughout season 2 when it aired, and then hiatus. And then so on and so forth.
I can tell you, when I first started watching The Owl House, please, no one get mad at me. I started watching The Owl House a few months before season 3 came out. And the reason I knew about The Owl House at least a year before anything. But the reason I didn't
watch it? Boo.
God, I'm throwing tomatoes.
Rod.
The reason I didn't watch it was
insulting comment here.
The reason I didn't watch it was I wanted to wait until the whole show was over because I knew I was gonna get addicted to it, and I knew if I watched it, I would be impatient. And you know what happened? I got impatient and I watched it, and and I had to wait months for season 3. And
all right. Boo. Anyway, has everyone answered already? Does anyone else want to answer that?
I'd like to go.
Okay, Vizzy, how about you go first?
All right.
I'll go after those two.
I started watching during the season 2 hiatus, and I like my twin was already obsessed with it, and she was like talking to me. I was just like, "Oh, this sounds interesting," and it was like pandemic shit. I was like, I might as well. And then I got obsessed, and I was waiting so impatiently for the next half of season 2.
Yeah, Star. You see, Vizzy's a twin. You can stop bullying me about it now.
You're the younger twin. You're supposed to be the younger twin. You failed. Skill issue.
I'm the
older twin, you loser.
Zane, it's not hard.
Wow!
Just be the older twin.
Wow, I see how it is.
You failed at birth.
I see how it is.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
I came out of the womb earlier than you. I was only in the womb for 8
You're not
months.
the only
Get
one
on my
born
fucking level.
Wait, how
that works?
So anyway.
Oh god, this isn't devolved into chaos. All right.
So wait a minute, Vizzy, did you?
I blame Star Izzy and Zane for this.
I think Renee was next.
Yeah.
Okay. So for everybody, I saw She-Ra first, and that was my first like actual big exposure to LGBTQ content, except for Legend of Korra. But I only saw the Korra Sami scenes. I didn't see the full thing yet. But Legend of Korra was like my big first introduction to LGBTQ content. So then I saw on YouTube that there were the Lumity scenes, and basically I wanted to see more LGBTQ content. And from there, I saw the whole show. I loved it. There's one episode I really don't like in the entire show. It's really small problems, but basically, outside of that, when I got to Grom, I was just in love.
You were in love. You're in.
All right. Is that? I think Rose wanted to go.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a day one fan. I started like a week before season 2 came out, so I don't know the pain of the season 1 to season 2 hiatus. I've only heard bad things about it.
Waiting from Agony of a Witch to Young Blood Old Souls.
I don't. I really
that
don't.
Was everyone was trying to cancel Lilith.
However, I do remember 2 things from my time as an Owl House fan. First thing is was Shadow Loose. How everyone was going crazy with that.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone and their mom went crazy. I remember 3 things actually. Second thing was, I wasn't there for this, but I remembered when everyone was just using the cancel Lilith flag. I didn't know what that meant at first.
I made that.
I made that
flag actually.
You're the reason
did?
why it was
Oh.
spreading all over the place.
Was
I saw it so many times. This was even before I met anyone.
sure I
here,
made
so
it,
I was like,
yeah.
what the heck?
Oh my
I
god,
saw-
you
Does
made
anyone
that?
else want to go?
Yeah, I made it. I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
my goodness. That's
Holy
so
Does
funny.
anyone else want to go, or are we going to move on to the next question?
I'm good. Jesus.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right, we good?
We good.
All right, we good. All right, neat. How many
Wait, I
more
was-
long jokes
Too
on
many.
average does the
God,
crew say
too
per day?
fucking many.
Lot.
yeah, that's what I'm doing that.
It's mainly
At least.
is he doing it?
It's I can answer
Yeah,
that.
100 million,
It's
1,000
100 on
billion.
any other day,
I took about
200 on
5
Thursdays.
before I needed it.
Less specifically Thursdays.
Your mom.
I've said about 5 in our chat while
Very
we've been
disappointed
here.
in everyone.
All
I
right,
really.
next question is for the voice actors. How do you guys prepare your voices? I'm gonna let Quest answer, and then Vizzy, and then I'll go, and then we can let everyone else go if they want.
Okay, let's go.
Well, my process, it's you're gonna have to hang tight. It's really long and
God.
really complicated. So
Like
get this. I don't.
Okay,
I
fair.
don't prepare my voice at all. I probably should, but I don't. I don't
Your
do
vocal
any
cords
preparation.
are a muscle. You gotta exercise them, dude.
Yeah,
Alright,
I know.
Vizzy?
So, like, what I do is just like, in order to stave off my stage fright, I sit in my closet.
Oh god.
You're going back in.
And what I'm
And then
hearing
I
is
put-
that none of you are exercising your vocal cords, and that
No. And then I listen to my previous recordings to remind myself how I do the voice, and then I practice that for a bit, and then I record the lines.
oh my god. Okay, you guys are hurting me here. I have a whole ass routine.
Sorry.
Look up exercises for like articulation, and also I drink some tea, I drink some water. I do some exercises like for articulation, some stuff I picked up from theater. That's where my gay or European blooper came from.
Oh.
Exercising. That's how I check like if my like range is good enough. Like if I can hit that note and I'm satisfied, then I'll go and I'll start voice acting. But y'all, please, or
He's
just
gonna come to your house.
exercise your vocal
Okay, I'm
cords.
sorry.
They're a
I'm
muscle.
sorry.
That's like not exercising before going on a marathon.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't exercise their voice
Tune.
before stepping into the closet? Yeah, who wouldn't?
Coon. All right.
Calling
Does
me
anyone
out,
else
Jesus.
want to go?
Take
Or
what?
are we back into Aggie?
I have a fun little trivia thing I do. So I don't have like these professional routines like y'all do. Oh, in a Quest case,
None of you
I have a
do.
routine. Zane, you're not. You listen. Not all of us can be talented like that, man.
I'm not. No, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna say that.
Say you're not again, and I'm gonna flood your DMs, man. Okay.
Oh shit!
What I do is I sing either the Spectacular Spider-Man theme or I sing Bones by Imagine Dragon, and then I drink a lot of tea. Like
Rose,
a
you want
lot of tea. Now does this help with my vocals? I would think so. I don't know.
All right,
I just got used to it.
Warm-up stuff.
Does anyone? Am I gonna have to endure the agony of all of you talking about your non-routines for anyone?
Zane, you're the one that
Yes.
asked the question.
Zane, please.
You know
please
what?
DM me
Maybe
those
you need to
tips.
do
I
that
would
for all
actually
of
like those,
us.
please.
Okay,
Yeah, please
I will. I
DM
definitely
me-
will.
DM
Because
me
the
those
fact that
tips
none
as
of you
well.
exercise your vocal cords pains me.
I mean,
to my core.
to be fair, I actually need
honestly,
to.
just send the tips to the Discord as a whole so we can
Be
all.
shamed.
Yeah,
I'm out, so-
grave
Yes,
mistake
please, yes,
by trying to imply
Yeah,
that I'm
shit.
not talented. I feel like people are gonna yell at me now.
Well, I mean, like, I do technically exercise my vocals because I'm part of an a cappella group, and like, so we do.
yeah,
warm-ups.
guys. Sorry, you continue, Liz.
Yeah, I mean, I technically do do like vocal warm-ups because like I'm part of an a cappella group and doing choir stuff for a long time, and so we do warm-ups. But I haven't been doing that during the summer because it's like a college thing. So I guess I am guilty. Although I do still drink a lot of water sometimes.
Yeah, you can
Usually.
do some more quieter warm-ups. Hold on.
I think like my favorite warm-up to do is the summer where it's like, I can't do it really loud because it's just gonna blow up my mic, but it's like,
Yeah.
like,
The next question is from our lovely moderator Rain. How did you all feel about Rain's voice actor finding the project? I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. I don't know why.
Wait, what?
okay.
Yeah,
That's right.
Wait, Abby knew? Wait, Abby knew?
Yeah.
Like when episode 1
Yeah,
released.
for anniversary. Rain,
I was a deer in fucking headlights. I was pissed.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that whatsoever. No, and oh my god.
Yeah, how you feel?
Yeah,
Now you can talk about your
and
emotions
that
now.
scares me.
You can talk about.
I was a deer in headlights. I was
No one's
devastated.
processing this.
I got here so late, but even still,
That's an
So-
accurate representation.
Are you okay?
Are you okay, Selma?
I think we need to give Selma a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Selma, take your time. Take your time, sweetheart.
Okay, wait. Okay, so like I only knew that Sissy Jones know, but I didn't know Abby no.
Yeah, how many people?
Wait,
wait, Sissy, no?
Yeah,
Wait, what? What?
Wait.
What?
I didn't
What?
know Sissy. Oh my
Wait.
god.
Wait, what? What?
I
I
only
knew
Sissy knew,
what
but I didn't know Abby knew.
but
I only knew about Avi. What?
I didn't know the Abby.
I didn't know that Sissy knew.
Wait, what?
All right.
Sissy
We're
knows?
gonna have to process this.
Somebody
So,
like
we're
send
all
me
still
like proof that
processing.
Sissy knows. I had no idea about that.
Yes, please send it. Please send it.
Yeah. While we're
Yes, please send it. I know Avi knows, but
I feel like this might go awry pretty quickly, but Owl House survived hot takes.
Or is it Owl House hot take?
yeah,
Oh,
it's just
just Owl House hot takes. My bad.
Someone start this off.
carry
I need to
on.
know what specifically
Before
we're
we
going
carry
for
on,
here.
someone in
Okay,
chat
okay.
has said
Something
that even
pop off.
Lou's VA knows about the project because Avi showed them.
What?
Apparently.
What?
What?
Someone.
you gotta send it.
No.
Also, we have 30 minutes, so we gotta get through these really
Yeah,
quick.
we gotta go.
Oh, shit.
We're on like the last previously asked question. My hot take. I feel like people who try and like, I have two, and I'm trying to decide which one to say. People who try and make Bellows sympathetic,
People do that.
please go like take a
People do
nap and never talk
God.
to me.
Bellows is a piece of
Hard
shit, but he's a good villain.
Yeah.
End of story. He's a shit good villain.
I don't even think that's
Yeah,
a
he doesn't need to be
take.
sympathetic.
He's a well-written villain. Please stop making him sympathetic, because he's not. He's not.
Literally.
And my other hot take would be people who like
That's a-
want Collector
yeah,
to
that's
have
a
like a
child.
harsher punishment. Never have kids. Never have their kids. Never have kids.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
he's like 6.
I know.
Like,
What
Yeah, that's like a whole ass
Totally.
child, dude.
Child.
That's like
I've been writing them like around
Child.
one, but like, dude, that's a whole ass child.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let me share my.
An immortal 12-year-old. Are you kidding?
Literally.
Time for my hot takes. I'll just share one hot take. So I guess like my hot take is, and this goes for like the entire fandom, I think y'all need to fucking chill when it comes to the child and teen characters, because some of y'all want these children to get onto their knees and beg. And I'm not just talking about like, I'm not just talking about Collector, I'm not just talking about Amity or Hunter, I'm talking about all of them.
Explain the context for saying this in, because that sounds kind of bad.
Yeah.
Please get context.
Sorry, yeah. Like when it comes to like the characters making mistakes, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I did not realize. So, like, No, like, I'm saying like when it comes to like the characters making mistakes, I see like a lot of people like say like, oh, like they need harsher punishment. It's like connected to what you said, Zane. Like they believe that these the Hex Squad and like these children need to have harsher punishments when like I think like the one that anchors me the most is Hunter, but I don't think people realize that him realizing that he aided in a genocide
is the punishment.
Literally,
Just
yeah.
sit back and imagine yourself helping someone kill
Leave the poor
so
guy
many people. Like
alone.
that's fucking traumatizing as shit.
Yeah, because like the thing is, Hunter has a strong moral compass.
Enough.
Yeah,
Like, if
Hunter has a
Luz
strong
was-
moral compass. The
If
thing
Luz was if Luz was dying to that, then Hunter was freaking. Oh my god.
yeah, because it's like Hunter has such a strong moral compass. It's just that it's been misdirected because he grew around propaganda and an abusive figure. The moment that he learns everything was a lie, he goes completely 180 because that's how he is.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's my hot take.
All right. Does anyone else have any hot takes?
I have a hot take.
Oh yeah, I have one, but I'm like,
All right.
Okay.
Rose and then Renee.
No. Quest goes first.
Then Renee. Or Quest
Okay,
Rose,
Quest.
then Renee.
All right. I have a few, but like the one that's kind of popping up in my head right now is probably the oldest hot take I've had, and it's that sometimes the magic doesn't make sense. Like especially this really came to me with Ida's curse. There are some things that feel kind of inconsistent about it. I'm not going to go into excruciating detail about it, but that's my hot take, is that sometimes the magic, and especially Ida's curse, doesn't make a lot of sense.
Understandable.
All right. Next up, Rose, I think.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm sorry.
Where to go?
Listen, I'm sorry in advance for what I'm about to say.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I think I know
what this is. Hold on.
Gus doesn't need a love interest.
I knew it. I knew
Gus
we were
doesn't need a love
gonna
interest. Gus doesn't need a
You're
love
a
interest. He doesn't. Him and Matt are only need to be friends. He does not need a love interest. Him being the wing person for everyone else is the best way to have him as a character. Because if anything happens with the couples, they can go to him. They can go to him for like advice or anything, and they
he won't
could,
be
like,
preoccupied
it's like,
with his.
Listen, I may be biased because I want AO Ace rep, and honestly,
You are so real for that. You are so real for that.
I'm also biased because I'm
I will
also
be biased.
I'm also
Yo,
Arrow.
Airways people in chat.
Listen, I will forever fight. Now listen, what happens in from the project on, whatever happens and what we go with, I'll be fine with that. Just know I'm all for Arrow Ace Gus, and I will forever push for it no matter what I do in my life.
100%.
That's my hot take.
I like Arrow
You have
Ace
me a
Gus.
part of your crew, mate. I am a part of your crew for Arrow Ace Gus, I promise.
Me too. I am too.
Not a new crew
part of the crew.
All right, Renee,
For
let's
the
go.
good ship.
Okay, so I'm gonna be super honest. I have a few, but like one of the biggest things, I like a lot of people say that Once Upon a Swamp is like really bad, but like really small problems like annoys the hell out of me. I'm so sorry. Like the Tibbles pisses me off. That's the biggest thing. Tibbles.
Capitalist.
Oh no.
I think
You don't like Mr. Worldwide?
Once Upon a Swap is the most skippable episode, but like really small problems, I'm not really a fan of that one either. It's not bad.
I like both of them. I like them. I like both of those episodes. Like my least favorite is just the pilot, like I've stated before in the project server. That's it. It's like a 5 out of 10 though.
Yeah, it's like really small problems, like freaking Tibbles. Like why do they even go to the carnival because of Tibbles? It just
I don't think they knew who was going to be there, but
it pisses me off.
Wait.
So Tibbles and that episode pissed me off. I'm also going to be super honest. I think Brom has a little bit of a pacing issue personally, but it's still
What
great.
issue?
A
Wait, what?
pacing
A what
issue.
issue?
Like a pacing
Oh.
issue. Yeah.
Got it.
That's me personally. Like I just remember like hearing so much about it, and then like the episode was quickly over, and I was like, huh, that was very quick. I thought it was gonna be a lot longer, or like feel a lot longer. But let me see. Also, one more thing I would say.
I have
that's just
another one.
Big hot take. I remember thinking that. Actually, I don't even remember. That's it. Sorry.
All right. I'm just gonna. I don't know if we have any more questions right now, so I'm just gonna say Lab wants you all to know that M.Anon stands for Mysterious Anon. That's it.
Mysterious Anonymous.
What?
Yes, it's Mysterious Anonymous. That's what it stands for.
You mean to tell me it was a pun? The name was a pun?
Yes, it was a pun. Lab
Several
put that in there.
typing.
Lab was like, Zane, can I answer this? Zane, please.
Ooh.
I thought it was a deep meaning. It was just a pun.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Does anyone else have any hot takes?
I saw a question.
All right.
Are there any more questions?
Yeah, I'm looking at live chat right now. Isadora asks, what would your talisman be?
Lion.
Turtle.
Fox.
Wolf.
I am very biased. Foxes are my favorite animals. I love foxes so much. I want to steal Rain's talisman.
I am also biased because I'm obsessed with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I truthfully don't know what my talisman would be. I mean, my persona for the Owl House is a crow, but only because I had my friend assign me a talisman. But I honestly don't know. I like all animals, so.
Mine would be.
What was your beast?
What?
Liz, what was your beast?
Mine would be a bunny, to be honest, because I don't know. I've been compared to a bunny a lot.
Wait,
I can see that.
wait! I know exactly what my talisman would be. It'd be a fucking dragon.
I don't understand.
I want a dragon. That's my talisman. I would have a dragon.
There you go.
Yes.
That's good. That's good.
Dragon.
Oh, he's out here dropping questions.
I would say wolf. I would say wolf because there's the whole, werewolves, and it's like me.
Hunter bias?
Me being trans, like just like I'm my regular self, but then when I'm away from all the negativity in that area, I'm able to just fully be myself, like right here. So.
Oh my god.
All right. Neat, so graciously is giving us questions. Thank you, Neat. How do you come up with new designs?
Next question.
Magic.
Yeah,
there we go. Next question.
I don't know.
Do we have any?
For
do we have anybody here?
Like take the already existing design and expand upon it. So like Collector, Willow, Brittany, we'll take the pre-existing design and we'll expand upon it. If it's like, for example, like the instructor, if it's someone we need, just like a completely new design for, we'll design. I don't think I can answer any further than that, but we'll just kind of take characteristics and then design it from scratch.
As a person,
I don't think I can answer any further than that.
Yeah, that's basically how it is.
Make it through. I can say that personally, I took the Mean Girls approach, but also I took Beverly Hills Chihuahua vibes. Listen, I still headcanon Brittany having a talking
I had a collector design.
I'm gonna clip this out and post this. I'm gonna clip this out, and somebody can post it to the Owl House Revived out of context Twitter. So I'm gonna clip that out.
Wait.
Oh my god, the out of context Twitter. The whole joke with that is that we never talk about who runs it. It's multiple of us, but you never know who you're talking to at any given point in time.
Even know.
Wait, are you serious? I didn't even know that.
It's multiple people. It's
Bro, that account is collecting more dust than our season 4 dreams.
Yeah, I deleted Twitter. I think I might re-download it purely
I did
just to
too,
prove
and
that
I'm not using it again.
Don't
I did too, and I'm not using it ever.
Okay, you know what? Everyone's telling me not to. I won't. Okay. I will say on designs, I did have a collector design that didn't go through, like, obviously, because Izzy's is iconic, but it had, like, it was black as a collector, and then one of them had a ponytail, and the bee design had pigtails. And it was cute. I think I might just draw it generally sometime. Maybe I'll, okay, let's do a simple one, and then I'll head to the next one. Who voiced Mildred Featherwhile?
That was Grimrose.
Yeah,
Wow.
Grimrose
Alright.
Arts.
Nice.
Wait, it's
And for Star, are you Luke?
No.
Liar.
So,
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
For Liz, what quality do you look for when choosing new crew members?
Okay, so like when it comes, it's more simple than you think. It's basically like if I think their style is very yummy. That's how I say it.
Oh my god!
Very yummy.
Started on the
Wait,
eating
hold on.
If you want to eat it, then it's.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Someone's already saying yummy?
Yum, yum,
Like,
yum, yum,
question
yum,
mark?
yum.
Yeah, like if I like someone's style and they pass the background check, I'm like, hey yo, yes, they're going in. And for voice actors, it's like if they like change the character, because like obviously like people have already pointed it out, they don't match the exact voice actors, but I don't think like that's just very hard to do. But from what we got, I think they just generally match the characters, and they're just really close to the original voice actors, you know. So I base it off of that.
I will say, if I can just add in for the whole like voice actors and writers thing, I will say the reason we usually do, like, we've done a lot of artist calls and not really any voice actor or writers calls, and that's mainly because if we need any roles, we prefer to try and do like casting internally. It's just easier. Like with artists, you can't really do that. But
I literally made Quest a writer because he DM'd me an episode draft script, and I read through it. I was like, "Holy shit, Quest!"
that was really good. You can't talk about
It's just playing in the background after the after the first episode.
Yeah, I just wrote a lot of fan fiction and kept spamming my script style fan fiction, and I think eventually I just wore people down.
And also like I'm recruiting a lot of writers for like specific topics that we want to touch on, but that's spoiler territory. So.
What spoilers?
Yeah.
What? I don't know what you guys
We've learned apparently that doing quote unquote spoilers is very harmful. And by we, I mean me.
Oh yeah, we were ready to deck you.
So that
freaking dragged me.
That's why I've seen some people asking about like writers casting and voice actor casting. That's why if we can, we prefer to do it internally, because then you just don't have to go through the hassle of like doing a bunch of background checks, opening a form, waiting for people, yada yada. You could just kind of go like, hey, can you do this voice for me? I do have a small story about that. We did like internal casting calls for Brittany, and there was like a place to send in your files and stuff. I actually never auditioned for Brittany. Like I done some like when we were talking about the character earlier on, I did do some like voice notes to like read off lines and stuff, but when it came to actual auditions, like I knew I'd be recording like right after I graduated. So I just put in some small background characters, and then it was like, oh, by the way, you're Brittany. I'm like, oh shit, okay. And I recorded those lines the day after I graduated.
Man, I was originally gonna voice Brittany, and like you can like because I posted on Twitter like an old like audio thing that like I was voicing for like while I was writing the Hunt Low scene for episode 2. You can kind of see how like I would voice her, but I felt like well, number one, I wouldn't have many opportunities because I was home for the summer and my parents have literally no idea about any of this. And I don't want them giving me weird looks, but also because I didn't want it to sound too much like Amity. And I was already doing like a bunch of the additional voices. Me and Vizzy were doing all the kid voices.
Yeah, I did one additional voice. I actually kind of forgot about it. I just like ran into my closet and did it one day. It was like, I don't know about Lucky, in comparison with the corpse flower. That was me. Why don't you have any fundraising for this project?
We're not talking about
that is the mouse.
The mouse.
We're not talking about that.
The moment we earn a dime, they can do a cease and desist, and that's the last thing we want to do.
Actually,
they can do it now. They can do it now. Don't get me wrong. But they'll definitely do it if they earn money.
Can I see that?
We're not concerned because if we're not making money off this, Disney gives $0.
Literally, yeah, and that was one of the main things that people kept bringing up when I was first advertising the project, especially on TikTok. People are like, Disney's gonna sue you, but that hasn't happened yet because I don't think Disney gives a fuck. They didn't give a fuck about the show when it was airing.
I will say real quick, we know in about a year we will no longer be able to say the mouse because Mickey Mouse becomes common ground.
Let's go.
It's gonna be ours. It's gonna be ours.
Again.
Oh my gosh, what a tragedy. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
I will say,
all the people who keep saying we're gonna get sued, because there's not money involved and we're not trying to claim the IP or replicate the show.
We will be just
we put a ton of warnings too.
As long as we're keep doing what we're doing, we're not trying to claim the IP, we're not making money off this. Disney gives $0. So
Disney doesn't care about us.
Even if we did have permission, I personally can't handle the money and stuff because of personal bank stuff. But I have this is still an idea in my head. Not sure if it's actually going to come to fruition, but it's just an idea I've been thinking of doing I don't know whether a live stream or one of the YouTube donation things, but it's a donation to then send to an LGBT charity for one of the episodes.
Those are called charity streams, my friend.
I like charity.
Someone asks, was that custom intro music? Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Penny the cat composed it.
Yeah, I between a couple people who did that. I know Liz added a drum line.
Who did what?
Yeah, I added a bit more drums, but that was it really. It was mainly
Penny was the one who composed that? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Penny, yeah, Penny the cat, yeah.
Penny.
And also, what's y'all's favorite kind of soup? I'm basic. I like chicken noodle soup.
I like miso soup. Miso,
tomato,
ramen.
Yes, 100%. I don't eat
something controversial.
Oh god.
Sure.
Now hear me. I want you to hear me out on this, okay? Let's not.
I can't anything. Why would I start now?
Let me guess. It's gonna be cabbage soup.
No, I don't eat soup.
Same here.
Were there any
twin doesn't eat soup.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
In episode 2, yes.
Yes,
100%. In my frames alone, there was the Doki Doki Literature Club. I drew Chris from Deltarune, and I also put a small Spider-Verse cameo.
Wait, did someone ask about references?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me go off, Bruce.
In my frame,
in a deleted frame, which I will submit. I will put this shit online. In a deleted frame, there was Metaton, there was a human Napstablook, there was Catty Bratty, and then there was a Burger Pants reference. And there is a human Sunday reference in mine, but it's a little, you can't really see it. It goes quick. Don't get me started on Sunday.
It goes quick.
Don't get us started on Sunday. Don't get us started on Sunday. Someone else start talking.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah, we don't have time.
But there was a lot of
references in my frames. References in my frames, real quick. I drew Star and Mabel, and that's it. Okay, next person.
References.
In my frames, I drew like a reaction image to like Jacob's shenanigans with a bunch of different people from the project, and then I also had the idea to draw Toon as the security guard.
Security guard Toon.
Security guard.
In my frame,
you're supposed to be on lockdown.
That's Lav.
Masha. Does anyone remember? I think that was Lav. Yes, say hi, Lav. In the chat,
Oh wait,
say hi.
who put the Metal Family reference? That's what Lav was asking.
All right.
Metal Family reference.
Oh, wait, I lost the question. Oh, found it.
Was that?
I
lost the question. Go ahead.
Also in the
The-
sorry, I will say in the trash can in the house at the beginning of the episode, I put a bunch of references.
Good.
In the trash can. I literally went into our like little shenanigans server. I'm like, guys, what do I put in this trash can? And I kept people kept giving me stuff until I filled up the
There's
trash
a lot
can.
of references
so
in the
there's
background of
references
mine.
in that trash can.
I just read what Neat I just read what Neat said. It said like
The girl kid.
Tell them that the girl kid wasn't supposed to be Elizabeth. And that kills me. I don't care if people think that that's Elizabeth, but it was supposed to be like an Alice in Wonderland reference.
I love Alice in Wonderland.
I love Alice in Wonderland. Don't get me
But,
started.
yeah.
Don't get me started.
So-
I have
but yeah, the references.
with Disney
The reference.
over Alice in Wonderland.
Nate, no, we shall not talk about Elizabeth Ashton.
Alice in Wonderland. Alice's Adventures in
I
Wonderland,
love
the
that.
book specifically, is my special interest. I love it. Is one of my special interests. I love it so much.
Looks like we've got 9 minutes left.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm mainly looking at the live chat right now. Hi, live chat, just to try and gather questions more efficiently. Is there a school for voice acting? Someone asks. Yes, just do online research. A lot of programs online do online research. Rose, yes.
I don't know why I said that. Like I can't just talk. This one is towards the artist. Is there a specific frame that you guys liked doing? Also, yes,
Yes,
my icon is
yes,
Jurassica.
yes.
I absolutely
Yes.
adored drawing Toon attacking
I'm gonna have to
Jacob.
say-
That was my favorite.
What your
Oh my
favorite
gosh,
frame
I
was
love
to
that.
draw for artists?
Wait, sorry. What was the question?
The house is alive. My favorite.
The house. The house.
I'm gonna put the house
the
is
best
the easy
character in Owl House Survive.
I have two favorites. One is the freaking Amity and the children, and then the girl like do it. They're just so excited that we get the read, and I'm
I
like,
would have to say I also
I'm
have
gonna
two
make this
favorites.
be
One
my
of them
finest
is,
work.
in fact, Emo Lose because I took my
I
time
think-
and effort,
Yeah.
and the other is the Undertale references that didn't make it in. Those were my two favorite.
You really did.
I like your wish you was dressed in black.
Oh my god, I'm
didn't
so
even-
sorry for cutting you off.
Oh, I
Tim.
didn't even say my other favorite. I just and then moved on.
Hold on a sec.
No, it's okay. I didn't realize. I was gonna say my other favorite, which is drawing.
Love that huge ego.
Because I have a huge ego.
My favorite.
Someone asked. Sorry.
I was
asking about doing frame redraws. I will say it depends on the artist.
would have
Some
to
artists are comfortable
DM.
with that, some are not.
Yeah, you just have to like directly
Yeah,
ask
so
them.
you can find the
and
artist
cut it
and
down.
the thing. Just go and ask them. And I don't know if we have
Yeah.
that done right now for
I think
episode
that's
2.
that
Like it's
also
separated into
falls
clips by
between
artist. I think
recoloring
that'll be
the
done
frame.
at
You
some point.
also have to
Yeah.
talk
But-
to the artists because some are okay with that, some are not.
Yeah, or that too. And I had another.
Liz, you wanted to say your favorite frame?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Liz.
You're okay. I guess my favorite frame. I loved drawing Jacob just be like fucking. Like, here's the thing. Funny thing about like the Jacob scene that I drew, which was the Jacob Christian Hopkins III. So in the script, he was just supposed to say like Jacob Christian Hopkins III, just like casually. But the way one of Soul's takes went is she said, she said the third, like just like that, and I loved it so much. I was just like, you know what? Let me draw it like a specific way. I love it so much.
Yeah, I do have another. I do have another frame that's
Sorry.
my favorite.
Yeah, you go.
It's okay. It's okay. Another frame that's my favorite is like the meme references that I did with Jacob. I was like him pointing.
Like when he's like, like the weird perspective.
Yeah, like the homophobic dog reference. The
oh my god,
I was dying.
Him leaning on a board that's covered in like how to get. Like, I made so many references on that little board that he was leaning on with the pen.
All right, we've got 5 minutes left, y'all. So,
oh shit!
Does anyone have any more burning questions?
I
do.
I have a question.
I have another one.
Artist.
Like, I do. Who? Just earlier, who did the Mickey impression just now?
Jesus.
Oh, that was me.
I mean, a bunch of us did a Mickey impression. I mean, and I did that.
No, I will catch you.
All right. Someone has a question for artists. How long does it normally take you guys to finish your parts, like in hours? I would say mine probably maybe like 20 something hours.
I think I can actually pull up how many hours because I use IBS Paint X, so it tells me how many hours I spend on a drawing, and I usually.
I just want to say I took on 2 parts, and the first part I got done in 2 weeks, and then the second part I think roughly 2 to 3 weeks. I think so. In total, like a month.
Yeah, my part, like my small little part, took me like maybe 4 days.
Couldn't tell you hours.
Like
so yeah,
I don't have much of a concrete answer.
This takes, like even just black and white, it takes a really freaking long time. That's
yeah.
Okay, I have the hours pulled up because I believe I did everything on the same canvas. 36 hours.
And
that's just for like, and that's just for half of a small part.
Yeah, I don't have much of an answer, like especially this time. I got sick and I was dying and I just could not come up with it. So I was just sitting there sick, drawing at the same time, and I just like lost track of time. I have no idea.
I pulled up the hours for my second part, and that was almost 68 hours, and that doesn't include. That doesn't include
Hold on, I
drawing.
actually pull up the hours right now.
I do.
Yeah, we've got a few minutes left. Let me see if I can check this in Canvas information.
Favorite candies.
Favorite candy?
All of them except for sour
I like peanut M&Ms.
Chocolate.
I like all except for sour candy.
14 hours for that one. This one would have been. Come on, Canvas information. Another hour and a half. So I'm gonna take a gander and say
I looked at my first part,
19,
and that
20
was
hours. Yeah,
hours.
so I was about right.
In total, I have about 98 hours working on the project.
Yeah, so that is to say, it takes a really long time. I feel like people who talk about color and animation don't understand just how long this takes, like as it is.
Yeah, and I know that people are saying like, oh, like we don't care how long it takes, like take all the time you need, and that's sweet. But like I mentioned before at the beginning of this podcast, we don't want to take fucking forever. That's the thing.
Yeah,
especially since we're not being paid
until like 2026.
We're gonna get burnt out real quick.
I don't want to be doing this for that long.
As much as I would love to be with you guys as long as possible, we all want to go into our own thing eventually.
Yeah, it's not like I don't think like after the project ends we're like all gonna go our separate ways. I don't think that's gonna be the case.
Guys, we have to say goodbye.
That being
I
said,
want to say goodbye.
it is time for goodbyes with the podcast.
We've been here for 2
It's
hours.
so hard to say goodbye.
Talk to people right after.
Let's hope we do
Anyways,
this again.
goodbye, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you all for coming.
Thank you for coming, everybody.